Second sign, John 4:43 through 54. Royal official's son healed. 2 days later, Jesus left and went to Galilee. Jesus had said before that a prophet is not respected in his own country. When he arrived in Galilee, the people there welcomed him. They had been at the Passover festival in Jerusalem and had seen everything he did there. Jesus went to visit Cana in Galilee again. Cana is where he had changed the water into wine. One of the king's important officials lived in that city of Capernaum. This man's son was sick. The man heard that Jesus had come from Judea and was now in Galilee, so he went to Jesus and begged him to come to Capernaum and heal his son, who was almost dead. Jesus said to him, "You people must see miraculous signs and wonders before you will believe in me." The king's official said, "Sir, come before my little son dies." Jesus answered, "Go, your son will live." The man believed what Jesus told him and went home. On the way home, the man's servants came and met him. They said, "Your son is well." The man asked, "What time did my son begin to get well?" They answered, "It was about 1 o'clock yesterday when the fever left him." The father knew that 1 o'clock was the same time that Jesus had said, "Your son will live." So the man and everyone in his house believed in Jesus. That was the second miraculous sign that Jesus did after coming from Judea to Galilee.
My cousin Barbara healed. I came home from school on the bus as usual. My dad was in the backyard, but his face told me that there was something wrong. "Your cousin Barbara is not expected to live," he told me. The words went into my brain, but didn't make sense. I heard them, but I knew this couldn't be happening. He had been over to her parents' house when she suddenly started screaming and clawing at the front window. Your Uncle Dwayne and I were outside when it happened. We saw her in the window and rushed to her. She's at the hospital. The doctors think she had had a brain aneurysm. Barbara was like my sister. She and I had grown up almost always together. She was 14 and I was a year younger. I fell to the ground crying. I couldn't accept the words. Barbara was dying. I prayed harder than I'd ever prayed in my life. I begged God and pleaded with God not to take her away. There were lots of other prayers prayed, more than just mine, and lots of tears shed, and lots of begging. Please, God, let her live. We were told that she had 1 chance in 1,000 to live, and even if she did, the hemorrhage may have caused a lot of brain damage. But live she did. God answered those prayers. With no brain damage, Barbara graduated from college and became a teacher. She got married and raised 3 daughters. God healed her completely. I did notice one thing different, though, about Barbara. She was more serious about God and life. Oh, she was still fun to be around, and we still laughed a lot together, but she was definitely different.
The son is healed. This miracle in John 4 was also performed in Galilee. Jesus was not even with the sick boy when he healed him, proving that the Messiah could heal at a distance. Verse 45 tells us that the Galileans welcomed Jesus because they had seen all the things he had done in Jerusalem. This most likely is speaking of the miracles and the cleaning of the temple in 2:12 through 25. Many of the people saw Jesus as either a political figure or a miracle worker, which is probably why Jesus made the statement in 4:48.
Jesus said to him, "You people must see miraculous signs and wonders before you will believe in me."
The comment was most likely directed more toward the Galileans than the royal official himself. I like this man's attitude. The Bible says he begged Jesus to heal his son. Having children, I know the feeling that you would do anything for your child, even begging someone to heal them. The man also took Jesus at his word, because we are told he left and didn't insist that Jesus follow him home. I'm sure if he was like most of us, there would still be that lingering doubt in his mind. For when his servants met him with the good news, he asked what time the boy got better. Because the boy was healed, the father and his whole family put their faith in Jesus.